Hi, I'm Bill Porter, and I'd like to invite you to join me and my Navajo guide Anna, along with the 14 adventure seekers that travel to Monument Valley to join me, to see and enjoy all of its beauty, but more important, to interact with the Navajo people, to share with them in the traditional Navajo ways.
Over here to your left hand side is the left mitten, right mitten, and the Merritt Beard. And then to your left hand side at 9 o'clock, there will be the right mitten. And back in the 50s, they put a lady in a car right up there on top of the right mitten. When they put that lady up there, the wind picked up. So they waited and waited for the wind to come, but the wind got much strong. They waited throughout the night, the lady and the car. They found there was a beautiful calm day. That's when they brought the car and the lady back down, and also that's when they completed the commercial. Here we are at Artist Point. There you'll get a great view of the Marriott and also the Mittens, and also you get a really nice view of the Long Shadow. In the summertime, it reaches about over 50 miles.
The shadow?
The shadow.
Oh, for crap.
Got to be there at a certain time of the year, to see that long
See
shadow.
it there. What time of year is it, approximately?
About
Wintertime? Summertime?
close to about midsummer. And then right over there, straight ahead, you'll see the Camel Butte. And then to the left-hand side is the Elephant Butte.
Geez, it looks just like an elephant, yeah.
And over here to your right-hand side is the Three Sisters.
Looks like silhouettes.
The Three Sisters. And then our next stop will be John Force Point. And there, John Force Point, you also have the view of the Three Sisters.
How cold does it get here in the wintertime, by the
It
way?
gets, the average is about 25 degrees Fahrenheit. And we get snow. It's been unusual lately. We've been getting more snow, more rain.
Do you get several inches of snow, or are you lucky to get an inch?
We are lucky to get about a foot.
All winter long? Not at one time?
Not at one time.
Oh,
Accumulates up to about a
Accumulates
foot.
about a foot. Now, the guy's riding out there onto the point. Does he do that all the time?
He does that all the time, the guy that rides his horse out to the point.
So he does it several times a day.
Several times a day, every time when the Goulding gets there.
I see. Okay, so that each tour gets to view that type of thing.
yes.
That's fantastic because he looks good out there.
Oh yeah.
Everything is fine, huh? Yeah. I see you take it nice and slow. Gives the people a lot of time to get pictures.
At John Ford's Point, it was time to stretch. I took advantage of the time to talk to some of the Navajo people that were working there. Many of the others spent their time shopping for souvenirs and gifts for their family and friends back home.
That's cold. Of course you're
Clay. Clay. See, the
So what do you
horsehair
call horsehair?
is sculpted out, and then it's actually in a mold, and then it's baked. And after it's baked, they throw the horsehair on, which is the little lines on here, and then it's baked again.
Do they leave it in there then?
Yeah,
Horsehair?
they bake it again so that it kind of just melts onto the clay. And that's why they call it horsehair.
Let's load up, gang. There's more to see.
So where are we off to next?
We are gonna be off to the lady's house, Susie Yazzi's, to hook on.
And what do we like to see there?
The lady, she'll be doing a demonstration carding spin and rug weaving.
And she'll do that just for us, just for this tour.
Just for anybody that goes to her place. And then she's been some of the movies that were done here that were directed by John Ford.
It's so interesting to see the way of life out here. I can't wait to see the inside of one of those Hogans. How long have you lived here? How long have you lived here? Many years? Oh, is this pretty? Hi.
Oh my gosh, how big is this?
I can't believe how pretty this is. I built for it.
Beautiful.
Een kit.
Huh?
Een kit. Een kit out there. Ayo atskilla goyika.
Yeah?
Ayo atskilla goyika. Le ko jonane katsabi yito.
Yeah?
Le if you want to take photo, you're welcome to take photo.
It's okay to...
It's okay. What she's doing here, this is what we call a carding. Carding is a cleaning process, and she'll be brushing out tweaks and whatever's caught in the wool. What? At in the grass,
Yeah?
at in the grass. Many years ago, this is before the school that was built here. They used to teach this to their young kids, young girls, about the age of 5, starting with this, what she's doing here. But they still teach this in school nowadays. I have a daughter, she's 6 years old. She made one about this size when she was about 3 years old. And then she made another one when she's in 1st grade, and she made another one in preschool, kindergarten, and 1st grade. So she has 3 rugs right now. So this is how they do it. But nowadays the teaching is done in school. The next step she's going to be showing us, this is what we call a carding. And spinning of the wool. That's a continuous strand of yarn. She's going to connect that with the other wool she's spinning. She won't tie that into it now. She's just going to overlap that, start spinning that into a continuous strand of yarn. The wool she used has a lot of linen in there, so not much of a lotion they use due to the linen in the wool. And most of the movement is all throughout her body, so then you don't notice much of a arthritis in her. And she is about in her 90s. She's been in some of the movies that were done here in the valley that were directed by John Ford.
Wow.
And she's been awarded with the Culture Keeper about a year or 2 years ago now, up down in Phoenix.
Yeah, get down back here.
Oh, it's on the casa hojitanitla.
Yeah?
Hojitanitla, eh? So that's how it's done. It may make it look so simple, but once you start doing this, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of concentration. You gotta have a lot of patience and time and skill on hand to do this.
So it's like stretching the wool out?
Stretching the wool out. The wool she's using is called Merino and also Charo. Those are the sheep's wool they use here.
And that's the sheep that's running around
Mm-hmm.
on a...
Yep. So that's how they do it. They make it look so simple. I've been there one time was it for me.
And so these rugs she made?
She
Or-
made, then she specialized in the Yebiche, that one right there. Do when she was start doing these rugs here. They said the lining on the Yebiche, the darker line on the outside, that means that's a male rug. If they're coloring, the lighter color was on the outside, that will be the female rug. Yeah, way up there on top. Sometimes
The
the
white,
line-
very top. White line?
yeah, the white
the
line
white
or
line, I
any
see,
color,
okay.
any color can be. They use that. And then they close that up. That means you're closing ideas, your mind. That's why they have to keep that button. Some of them nowadays, they don't put that line in, but they put a mistake on the rug. The same idea. The only person that will see is probably the rug weaver. And before the line and also the mistake on the rug, they used to put a hole in the center of the rug. That's where the die
colors.
chart is right here behind me. Some can be found here in the valley, some can be found in the mountains. Right here's the die chart. There's more to this than what you see here. Like the onion skin. You can use that for food, you can use that for a dye. And then some more medicine. And then some more, for food and also dye. When you finish something off from a leaf, you can reuse that to dye the wool with that.
Look how narrow that she's getting it, just like the other can. It was so thick before.
Right here. This is the yucca root. They take the bark off, use the white one, and they smooth it out by pounding maybe a hammer or maybe a rock. Smooth this out, put it in a warm water, brings a lot of suds in there. Wash the wool,
You said-
wash the clothes, and
What
hair.
kind of plant did you call it?
Yucca root.
That's the yucca root.
Yes,
That's
it
that
is.
tall, thin, spiny thing. Okay.
And then this is a Jimson rock. This is white. This works as a bleach. Making this into powder. Put this in a boiling water together. Brings out really nice and white coloring. See, here's a really white one.
Oh yeah.
And this is used to be corn. The corn goes onto the rug, and they grind the corn, making that into flour. Make a bread, cornmeal, corn mush, cornbread. Right here's the tool.
She's done there.
Okay, do we have anybody with a long hair that would like to volunteer get your hair done the traditional way? Turn around and take off what's in your hair, everything out of your hair. And how short do you want your hair, Skitty? There you go.
She's not going to cut much.
There are 3 types of a brush we have here. The one she has in her hands, what we call a buffalo grass. The rice grass. Buffalo grass is the long, thin one. Has no bubbles at the end. And the third brush is what we call a Walmart brush.
Is that for the severe tangles?
Severe tangled. The long hair, they say, represent long knowledge, long wisdom, and the long life.
Boy, did they get that wrong.
I was thinking more like cheap woman who doesn't want to get her hair cut.
And also represent the rain. The rain is like your hair. Like when you put it out, it's nice and straight. That's how the rain comes down out here. That's why it also represents the rain.
I can feel her hands. She has done this her whole life. She has done hair.
You're getting your hair done by a movie star.
She has done hair. You could tell, when someone works with their hands. And she's got a grip that she could take my hair and rip it off my head in a second.
Just imagine she's in her 90s.
Yeah.
Is she?
She's really strong.
Oh my gosh, she's just got a death grip. She's wonderful. It's getting all in order. It's an honor.
Very nice.
You know all of this then?
That's beautiful.
Can you tell her that in Navajo that I'm
Honored?
very honored?
She's gonna get teary on us.
I know.
Yeah, go. Hold on tight. Hold on tight.
Hold on
Hold
tight,
on.
Kathy.
Oh, you hold it,
Hold up
Kathy.
above your ears. I what the badge necessity such and I what the badge necessity and organ nila. The Jonana, like Edna Schlen nila.
Ja.
Bak etter nastlehen snidla.
Thanks, Bill. I know.
These homes are they from
Some of them were made by her daughter and also her grandkids.
And are any of them for sale?
What you see is for sale. Especially get it from a rug maker.
That looks really tight.
So what is like this place that they sell?
It's all Mary's.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
Mary's wife does it every day.
Yeah, I was very impressed with hers.
Yeah. This one's $6. No, $600.
Yours look really shiny
Oh,
now.
600. Yeah, 600.
Oh, there.
That's why my mom's hair.
What is this one?
Did you say?
1,000. 1,000. And that JJ took
2,000.
2,000. Tree of life is
Tree of life is that one right there. Head in
Thank you.
Just to brush the horses
Thank you.
Yeah, now turn around.
One.
Oh, man.
A home of Hogan. The Hogan, the doors only.
Now you get to see it, you know, you can't see it because you haven't got a
9 months in a woman's pregnancy. So each about 3 foot down here at the bottom, takes down to maybe about 6 to 8 inches. So with the weight of the bark and the wood and the earth, it locks in. There's no nail glue or nothing keeps these wood together. They are cut at a certain angle so they interlock. Sometimes you miss a chop and you have to go. Sometimes you have to go out to the mountains again and then bring another wood. Back then, go ahead.
Does the community help this, or is it just
Just the
family?
family. It
Just
can be
family.
just a family or hired help.
how long will it last?
If you maintain it right, it can last over 100 years or plus. It can also be relocated.
Really? Do they have to take it apart?
You take it apart, just take the wood and also the bark, the muds. Yeah, the earth is everywhere.
Yeah.
Anna was saying that there was female and male hogans. Female are these round ones, and the wood goes round, and the males are more pointed. And all of the wood inside is put standing up, and it all stands toward the point.
Okay, this represents the rainbow. This represents the mountain, both sides.
Okay, and the whole thing is made for holding a baby?
Yeah, this is a baby's bed. And then the string is tied to the mountain, goes all the way down here to Mother Earth. This represents the lightning. And then back here, this is the parents, and this is the child bonding with the parents. And then there is a picture of it right over there.
Okay,
This
so
is
it's
the
meant for a bed, or is it meant for carrying as well?
Both.
How many arches are there in this valley, do you know?
There are the Ear of the Wind, Sun's Eye, and also the
Somebody mentioned the honeymoon one.
Honeymoon Arch. That's in the Mystery Valley.
Oh, it's in Mystery
Yeah,
Valley.
it's
It's
in
not
the
up
Mystery
there.
Valley.
Okay.
There's the Big Hogan and also the Moccasin Arch. That's in the valley. Also the Hidden Arch. That one you got to go hiking to the Hidden Arch.
You got to go hiking out of
You got to
where?
hiking maybe about a quarter mile towards the west, coming from Big Hogan. Here is the north window. It's looking straight ahead through the gap, and you'll see the north window. On the other side will be the state of Utah. On our side is Arizona.
I wonder what it would be like to have a flashback and see the people that had made their homes here so long ago.
So this is the drawing that was made by the Anasazi about 15 to 2,500 years ago. This is what we call petroglyph. They are pecking to the wall. There's two types of a drawing. This one's the petroglyph. The other one is like the painting on the wall that you can only see in the Mystery Valley.
Did you say these other ones to the right are older?
Older, because they're not see the different
distinct.
coloring. This one's really faded. There's a sand dune that goes up that almost reaches to the arch, and then down below where the sand end goes dip into the ground. When it rains, usually there's like a little a pond right there underneath there,
Underneath the arch.
underneath the arch.
Geez, that looks just like a totem pole. Is that what it's called?
That's the totem pole.
It seems like there's about 3 of them there.
There's about 3 more, yeah. Call it Yebichi.
Ibichi?
Yeah, Ibichi.
Yay, Ibichi. And that means,
That means that it's a winter ceremony. They call it Yebichi. And it's probably the longest ceremony, about 9 days and 9 night ceremony. And that takes only place in the winter time. Thank you for coming on board. I was your guide. My name is Anna, and your driver. Hope to see you again soon.
thank you very much, Anna.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Well, Bill, one of the facts that people want to know about here in Monument Valley is how we became private property inside the Navajo Reservation. And the story of that is when Congress first delegated reservations out, this area, the strip of land, which is still referred to by the old timers as the Paiute Strip, was actually Paiute Indian Reservation. Harry Gouldings worked for the federal government as a sheep inspector back in the early 1900s. He rode by Monument Valley on one of his journeys and absolutely fell in love with it. He knew that that time it was Paiute Indian Reservation. The Paiutes were farmers by culture, and you can't farm this land because there's not enough moisture and it's too sandy. So they petitioned to our Congress to be moved to an area where the land was farmable. Well, in the early 1920s, Congress granted that petition. Now, Harry, working for the federal government, was aware of what was going on. And when Congress granted the petition that the Paiute Indians had to move, Harry came in and staked a homestead. It's one section of land, 620 acres. His property to the south is actually the border between the Arizona-Utah line. At the time, the Navajo Reservation ended at the Arizona-Utah line. So Harry staked his homestead in 1923 and started his trading post and homesteading here. Well, in 1933, Congress decided to extend the Navajo Reservation to include what the Paiute had been. But Harry was already here, he was already established, so they didn't try to take his land away from him. They just extended the Navajo reservation to include what the Paiute had been, which put Harry Goulding's property, private property, inside the Navajo reservation. So that's how Harry got private property inside the reservation. I was fortunate enough to come to work for Goulding's in 1987, and Mike Goulding's was still here. By the way, Mike is Leona. Her real name is Leona, which is Harry's wife. I asked her one time, Mike, how did you get the nickname Mike from Leona? There's no rhyme or reason why or how you get a nickname Mike. And she said, well, when her and Harry first met, Harry liked to write her love notes, and he couldn't spell Leona. He could spell Mike, so that's how she got the nickname Mike, and it stuck with her ever since. But Mike was the one that told me the story. They never really planned on being in the tourism business. They came here to be traders and ranchers. They had sheep and cattle also, and they had the trading post. By the way, the original trading post from the time they came in 1923 until 1927, I believe, was a tent. It was an army tent. The trading post they had 2 tents set up. The trading post was one tent, their living quarters was another tent. In 1926, some traders actually came out that knew how to do rock work, and they agreed to stay and help Harry build the museum that we have today. Was originally the trading post. Downstairs is where they ran the trading post. Upstairs was their living quarters. So it was actually prospectors that helped them build the original building. They moved into it in 1927. Of course, then 1929 came around, which was the Great Depression, and the economy really, really was bad here. There was absolutely no money in this area. I mean, people had to live off just the sheep or cattle or what gardens they could grow. And in 1938, Harry heard that there was going to be a movie made. He wanted to bring some economy into the area, and he thought if he could get a movie to be made here, they would hire the local people here as extras in the movie, and it would, pay them and actually bring some money into the area. So again, Mike is telling me the story of how they went to Hollywood. She was up in the kitchen one morning making biscuits, and Harry come in and said, Mike, would you put us a bedroll together? I want to go to Hollywood, off for Hollywood. At that time, there were still no roads in the area, so they had to make their way cross country till they got to Highway 160, which is 22 miles south, at a town called Kayenta, Arizona. And the road at that time was just gravel, but they followed it into Flagstaff, Arizona, and then it turned pavement. That was Route 66 that went on out to California. She said they made it just to the other side of Flagstaff the first day, and then they had to spend the night. She made their bedroll out and fixed their dinner, and they spent the night. And then the next morning, they didn't quite make it to Hollywood. They had to pull off the side of the road, spend another night where she made their dinner again and their bedroll. And then the next day, they got into California. And Mike had a relative that lived in California that they went and spent that night with. And Mike said she would crochet sweaters or blankets or different things when they were driving. So the morning they got up to go in to see John Ford, she was knitting, and they found their way, got to his office, and Mike said she stayed out in the car, and Harry went in. Well, when Harry got in, of course he ran into the secretary, and the secretary asked if he had an appointment. He said he was there to see John Ford. And Mike, telling me the story, said, well, I doubt Harry knew what an appointment meant, which was funny at the time. But Harry said, no, I don't have an appointment, but I sure would like to see John Ford. And the secretary said, well, you can't see John Ford without an appointment. And Harry said, well, from where I'm from, we see anybody that comes in that wants to talk to us. Of course, what he didn't tell her was he lived in Monument Valley and might see one person every 5 or 6 years. Harry asked when could he get an appointment, and the secretary said it was like 3 weeks down the road. Well, Harry couldn't wait 3 weeks, so he left the building, and Mike said, I was still out in the car knitting, and I seen Harry coming out, and I thought, well, that didn't take very long. But she said he came out, never, didn't say a word to her, just reached in the back of their pickup, got his bedroll, and walked back in the office. Well, when he got back into the office, the secretary asked him, "What are you doing? What do you have?" And he said, "Well, this is my bedroll. I plan on just staying here until I can see John Ford." And the secretary said, "Well, you can't do that." And Harry said, "Well, that's what I plan on doing." So the secretary got on his phone and called somebody that was in the back, telling him that there was a tall gentleman out here, when Harry was tall, that brought his bedroll in and said he wasn't leaving until he had an opportunity to see John Ford. So the gentleman in the back said, "Well, I'll come out and get rid of him." Well, that gentleman happened to be the location manager for the movie that was coming up. When Harry heard the secretary talking, he knew somebody was coming out. He had taken with him pictures of the Monument Valley area, and he laid them pictures out on a bench. So when the location manager came out to actually toss Harry Gouldings out of the office, he seen the pictures laying on the bench. He looked at them and said, "Where are these from?" And Harry said, "Well, that's why I wanted to talk to John Ford. These are of Monument Valley, and I'd like to see if maybe John Ford would come to that area to make this picture." So the location manager gathered up all the pictures and took Harry, and they went to the back, and he called in John Ford, and they went over the pictures and decided that they indeed were going to come to Monument Valley to make this picture, which was called Stagecoach. It was going to have a little known star at the time called John Wayne that was going to be in the picture. Stagecoach is the actual movie that's really shot John Wayne into stardom. And they were going to be there in less than 20 days to start filming this movie. Mike was still in the pickup knitting, and got in the pickup, and they started right home right away because this movie crew was coming of approximately 150 people. They had to get ready for it. Well, on the drive back, Mike said they fretted because, you know, they had all these people coming to Monument Valley and Gouldings Lodge, and Gouldings was the only property here. They were saying, well, you know, how are we going to take care of this crew? They said, well, they did business in their trading business. They did a lot of business with a grocery store and family in Flagstaff called Babbitt's. They had a grocery store at that time in Flagstaff, so they said, maybe we can talk to the Babbitt's and they will let us get a bunch of supplies on credit, and when the movie company pays us, then we'll pay them back. And they talked about it quite often until they got back to Flagstaff. But again, Mike telling me the story said when they got to Flagstaff, that's when they really started understanding the power that Hollywood had. Because when they got to the Babbitt's grocery store, there was already several trucks loaded up with all kinds of supplies waiting for them to follow them to Monument Valley to get ready for the filming of Stagecoach. The movie company came, they filmed the movie Stagecoach. When it was released, it won an Oscar for cinematography. Of course, Monument Valley was in the background. Harry and Mike wasn't planning on getting into the hospitality business at that time. But after the movie came out, every once in a while some people would just show up. Again, there was no roads out in this area. So when they'd show up, well, Harry and Mike would treat them as their guests and friends. They had 2 rooms in their home. They never had any children, so they had a spare bedroom. And they'd allow the people to stay in their spare bedroom. Harry would take them around and show them the area. And Mike said they'd just make good friends, and they'd leave, and then they'd write letters back and forth. And she said they were happy to have guests and company come. But then a few more movies were filmed at Monument Valley. And again, Monument Valley showing on a big screen. And more people just started showing up because they were seeing Monument Valley in the background of these movies. And she said there was times where 2 or 3 families would be here and they'd have to put up tents because they only had 1 room. And she said one day Harry came up and said, you know, Mike, we should build a few cabins and actually start charging people to stay here. Well, Mike said she knew it made sense, but she thought it was unhospitable to charge people to stay with her. But they agreed that they would do that, so they built a few cabins, and people were still showing up, and they had actually charged them a fee to stay in the cabins, but they wouldn't charge them anything to take them around and show them the tours and to feed them. So that's how they actually got into the hospitality. The Gouldings then continued to run Gouldings as a hospitality business, and he still had the trading post also. In 1962, the Gouldings decided to sell Gouldings. Harry's health was failing a little bit, and he wanted to make sure that Mike was going to be taken care of. So when Harry went to put it up for sale, he got in touch with the dean of Knox College, and they worked out an agreement. The college ran Gouldings Lodge up until 1981. In 1981, the college decided to put Gouldings up for sale also. The LaFont family, and at the time there was the mother and father, which was Justin and Odessa, and the two sons, which was Roland and Gerald, were able to purchase Gouldings Lodge. Harry passed away that same year that the LaFonts bought Gouldings. It was in 1981. But the LaFonts and the Gouldings were good friends. They had worked together and tried to promote together when the Gouldings were still here running Gouldings. The LaFonts heard that Mrs. Gouldings would like to come back to Monument Valley and live. The LaFonts went and talked to Mrs. Gouldings and found out that indeed she did. So they brought her a home in, they went and rented a truck, they went and loaded all of her stuff up and moved her back to Gouldings, and she stayed here completely free of charge until she passed away in the home that the LaFonts had built for her. Mrs. Gouldings passed away in 1992. Since the mother and father of the LaFonts have passed away, Justin and Odessa, so today Gouldings is owned by the two brothers, Roland and Gerald LaFont, which have done tremendous work and brought Gouldings to a new higher standard of what we see today.
The photograph behind us is a picture of Happy Cly, and this lady is a very much photographed Navajo woman. She's very famous. When Harry and Mike started doing the tours, she was the first one to do the rug weaving demonstrations. We always have them put the lady's hair up in the Navajo bun. So this is Happy Cly. Due to the pioneering spirit of Harry and Mike Goulding, Gouldings Lodge is now a world-renowned property. We have people that come and visit from all over the world, Japan, Europe, Australia, Jamaica, South America. We have a very diversified clientele. Gouldings Lodge is a large property. It's 1 square mile. Not only do we have the lodge, but we have a full-service restaurant, campground, grocery store, gas station and fast food court, private airstrip, and of course the museum, which is the original trading post that Harry and Mike lived in for the duration of their stay here. Besides the lodging facility and being the community of Monument Valley, Gouldings Lodge also offers tours into Monument Valley. We use all traditional Navajo guides.
Over here to your left-hand side is the Left Minton, Right Minton, and the Merritt Butte. And then right over there, straight ahead, you'll see the Camel Butte.
Wait for the rain, when it rains or they put water in, and that's when the dirt is very wet, like Dolby, and then they start stacking. So you gotta have family, your friends, help you, they stack them at the same time. And then those juniper logs that are overlapped, they're locked in naturally.
And we have open 4-wheel drive safari vehicles that take people into Monument Valley and also Mystery Valley. John Wayne's cabin from the movie location Shiwara Yellow Ribbon was originally a storage facility. It was Harry and Mike Goulding's potato cellar. And the Goulding Stagecoach restaurant was originally a movie location, which they turned into a restaurant. And Goulding's for a very long time only served family-style meals. They had a big bell that they'd ring for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you didn't show up, then you did not get to eat at that time.
Well, we have a new visitor center. We've been repaired, improved, and expanded the past couple of years. And the contractor is White River Construction out of Shola. And there's subcontractors, some of our Navajos. We, some of our own money that we generated. And also we got a grant from Navajo Nation Department of Transportation. They did the parking area. The first floor is now exhibit on Navajo government, which a lot of people ask about it, how we how we set up, how we operate. We have Navajo governors by the president, the vice president, the speaker, and the chief justice. The vote is going to happen this coming Tuesday, and we going. I think it's going to be a history-making thing. Might be the first woman president of the Navajo Nation. I myself, I'm not concerned about it because the Navajo, I consider the Navajo Nation, the women as the boss, for everything from the home on to the job. So I think she might be a good thing for them. That's what we have in the second floor. Then next to it is a history of the Navajo people, different like the Fort Sumner situation, and also the clothing that they wear and what they wear in the artwork and so forth. And the next one is the code talkers, which is the people that really help us and win the war in World War II. So they have a lot of respect. The Navajo people, I had a lot of respect for these people that went to the service in World War II. Sometimes we take the freedom for granted, but I think the service people really did a lot for us. Even up to now, there's a lot of young people, women and young men, defending our country, so we can do whatever we want and have enjoy the life out here. Sometimes we don't appreciate it, but we have to show respect for the people and to the families, the grandmas and so forth. They sacrifice their life to send their kids into military. So, and these exhibits are designed and installed by our own Navajo individual. He is now director of Navajo Nation Museum. But at the same time, we want more information of the oral history and so forth of the people in the area. We want to show to the world what they've gone through, what the area means to them. The area here is very sacred to them. That they do offering, they do prayers to these mittens, and there's a lot of story and legend to that. But it's true that us Navajos believe certain things in our life. This is how we survive. This is how we go on. And down to the hall, in the hallway to the entrance to the carrier shop, we're going to try and develop some mural up to all the tribal parks, Four Corners and Monument Valley, Antelope Canyon Tribal Parks, Little Colorado Tribal Parks, Wolf Canyon Tribal Parks, all these areas, and up that mural, the wall, right in the middle of the map of the Navajo Nation. We haven't had any kind of development for the past 40 plus years, but the first time we have this developed. In phase 2, we'll have another office building. This office will be concentrated geared to the interpretation staff, and we probably eventually down the road we'll have more staff. We need to provide interpretive program, give guided walks, have programs in the evening, so this will all be interpretive personnel. Housing, we don't have any housing, we don't have any public housing for the employees. Well, eventually we'll get housing to hire anybody from outside, from away from the area, because right now we had to concentrate to the people that have housing already in the area. We need more people that have a lot of skills and knowledge and ability to help us to provide quality services to the visiting public and work, create a good relations with the community. It's very important. We need to work as a community. All the things that we do, we have to communicate with them. We have to run it by them, even though it's a tribal park, but they play an important role in all the decision making and so forth.
That's what's going on, is blessing the sheep. I told my kids to come tonight. My son.
Good.
So I don't know if he's gonna show up. And
So I won't be washing my hands often. It's cold to have your.
when they, the butcher person, what they do is when they cut the throat and then, because everybody has different touch. When they start opening the front side, they usually have a bubble in it, or too watery, or too strong, too tough. And they put the corn in their mouth, and that will help them to make it tender.
So it doesn't coagulate. What sausage? What sausage?
Put it on the paper.
Why you want it perfect?
Yes.
Yes. So do the women usually do the skinning?
Anybody can get involved.
Yeah.
Jeez, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Bless him and then he butchers and then he brings it in.
No, he's got to look how he wants to look. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but this is how he likes to look, so I'm not gonna. Nobody would change my look. When they first seen our High Line, many of our Navajo friends wondered why we had our horses on a clothesline. Tell me the name of the last one. I'm sorry to
Put him on a clothesline with the horses.
Just so I get it on
Skinning
here.
a
You said
deer
4
is
wins.
just like skinning a goat.
Oh yeah, quarter.
Yeah, it's harder to skin than the sheep. Yeah, you can't even push it down, putting the skin down with your finger. It's really hard.
We have different professions for these Andres coming in.
Call her in a week. Okay, Laura! Your hide's here.
Your hide.
So they don't turn it like a fish.
Is Bill helping out too?
He's always helping.
Bill's a helper. Then the rest of the women will be cooking on open fire.
And you do that for what? A ceremony of some kind? A squaw dance.
How many different ceremonies do you have throughout the calendar year?
How many do you think, Larry? How many squad dances
A
in
summer?
one season?
So it starts in spring through summer, and then maybe like late in
How many?
right into about. You're looking at 20 to 30 ceremonies.
Just in squaws.
This the squaw dance, not just in this area, but on the Navajo reservation.
So in a calendar year, with all the various ceremonies that you have, what would you say? You'd have something every month that you'd have, or every couple
Weekends.
weeks? Every weekend.
Every weekend.
So you have like 52 different ceremonies throughout the year.
Oh, and liver is left in there.
Oh, and there's the recipe.
Right now, we butcher the sheep, and we have the front legs here, and we air them out. And then here's the fat, and we're gonna air them out. Later on, we gotta do some more preparation. So that's your time there. Lars, come here. And there's your KS.
I got it. He's a good eye.
You're stronger. Hold this.
You sure about that?
Come here. Yeah, come here.
Am I certified?
Let him hold it.
So who's all hungry for mutton?
I think a whole bunch of them are. I'm trying to figure out if I really am. I'm a hamburger person.
can make ground mutton.
Oh, it makes wonderful tacos. Oh my gosh. Or you mix it with beef and you make like an empanada, or you make a croqueta with them. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work.
But enough to keep you busy during
Just
the
imagine as squad dancers, they butcher like not three to maybe about 13.
Oh, you
my.
gotta be kidding me.
And how many people involved? 2 or 3 apiece? 4? Oh,
Oh,
my.
jeez.
Oh. Oh, man. What are you going to do with that head, Larry?
And then we wrap it in the wet paper and then aluminum foil and put it under the fire for maybe a couple of hours.
Rhonda, you still watching Army? I moved it from there to here.
Okay,
Can you find it?
Yeah, it's there, right there. I see it.
The cat took it.
My sister Rhonda and I are sharing that. You don't know cold. I'm from Minnesota. It's cold. That's right. Oh, you really are doing the head. What do you do with the head?
He's gonna
Cinch the hair off.
cinch the
Cinch
hair
the hair
off.
off.
That's it.
And then what?
And then tomorrow he's gonna put it in the
In the
underground
underground.
oven.
And
Fire
then
and
what?
Eat it after you cook it. That's better than eating the turtle.
Sheep head story.
A sheephead story. Okay.
One day these family, now what they did here, they butchered and they cooked the sheep head in the ground. And there was 3 brothers. The oldest one was 18 years old, and the younger brother was 12, and the youngest was 10 years old. And then they took out the sheep head, and it was hot. So they all agreed that they could wait till it cools off. So they said they agreed that they'd eat it in the morning. So they went to bed, and then in the morning when they got up, the older brother asked the second oldest what he dreamed about. He said that he dreamt that he was on the moon. And then they asked the younger brother, the youngest one. And then he was asked, what did you dream about? And he kind of scratched his head and said, I dreamed that I went to the moon too. And then the older brother said, I knew you guys were on the moon, so I ate a sheep head last night.
Might as well, as long as they're gone. Huh?
Bill, the sheep head has been awarded to you to come to Monument Valley.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Use the tongue so it'll stay tender.
You tell him.
Yes.
You tell
He
him.
won't listen to me. You're older. You tell him.
We have to have butter.
Everything butter. All the ribs.
This is very good.
Who asked for the knife? I don't know how sharp it is. I hope it's sharp. For me, it doesn't get
Cut it
on
I would just be like,
right through it.
Nice.
No, that one.
Talking about this one.
Oh, this one.
no, hey, that's for Rhonda and I.
That's Rhonda. Oh, she used like
Oh, I see you're slicing it a little bit there.
Oh, yeah.
That's you.
To cook it in.
We're used to
We're used to. We love you. He's coming home with us.
I think they'll do very well in 30 below weather.
Not so sharp. Well, not bad. It's sharp enough. Well, I like it.
No bug.
Grill?
Yeah,
And she said, you know how the flame is just with the wind waving back and forth?
that's good.
Is that,
That's the rib.
no, the
And then intestine.
intestine? I don't want that part.
That's better than the Perry dog.
Oh, are you the official taste tester?
The inspector. Do you well done? I know Bill wants really well done.
Okay.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, bring some plates, paper plates. We'll be ready in about 5 minutes.
Real full.
Here, Bill. Look at big
Oh, boy.
intestines. Take that, ask me. Okay.
Tastes like land fat.
You're just the Metasaurus.
I am. I'm a Metasaurus. Very good.
I don't think, with that look on your face, we don't need any reply. It looks good.
Okay, these are potatoes and vegetables in tin foil, and I have one with onion, 2 without onions, and 1 with onions.
Which one's
Yes.
the one with onions?
This is without. This next one's going to be with onions. I'm going to keep this other one wrapped up for the time being.
She just couldn't wait no longer. She grabbed a piece and just started chewing.
Okay, try it again.
Oh, now I want to hunk of that meat.
Okay, let me make these in the strip.
Okay, Larry. I'll take a hop right now. I'm anxious to try this. Thank you.
The one that wants the skin.
She has it, Laura.
Laura? She needs to put it high, away from the cat.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Let me just. You got the nice crispy bottom. Me too. My favorite part.
Thanks again.
No problem.
You don't know cold. I'm from Minnesota. It's 30. It gets 30 below.
I wanted to decide it.
What happened to this meat?
I know, but I'm not a fat horse. I'm a Metasaurus.
Put a little salt on it.
Well, of course.
Well, you gotta get your iron once a month.
Yeah. Yeah, where's the turkey? Oh, there's no.
There's more potatoes too, guys.
Oh, I don't. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to really eat this. Is this a joke, Larry? Larry, take another bite. Let me watch you eat that. Take another.
I want one.
Oh, here.
Okay.
Lorenzo.
Okay.
Here, look at.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Here,
see.
here's a little more. Oh, you have some bread? Okay.
You want me to give you something to drink
Here
real
you go.
quick?
Yeah, like
There you go.
Pepto-Bismol.
Okay, here you
Look at
go.
this. He put some salt
All
on.
right, watch her.
Here we go.
Goes. Oh, look at those beautiful pearly white teeth going in.
Ah. Boy, you made it look good, I'll tell you that.
It is good, but salt really helps.
So what was that? Large intestine wrapped with small intestine?
When the Navajo get bite at this, you are in heaven.
I thought I felt something.
She's having another bite.
It's kind of tough.
Here? Here? Here?
Yeah, there.
Yeah, along there. There you go.
In here? Right through here, yeah. Right through there, okay.
Between the bones. Between the ribs.
Oh, right there, okay.
All of it.
And I can slice it off.
Oh, we're supposed to reach in there with our fingers?
That's the tradition.
What do I hit here?
Yes.
What have I got
You
here?
have all the big dish.
Put it right on there.
Would you need more tequila?
Yeah, this should be pretty well done, ain't it?
I don't know. You're the cook, so
I'm
making
not.
everything well done now.
Yeah, okay. Let me try this here, people. See if this is done.
Clips to prime.
Boy, this looks delicious. Looks like a nice steak.
Bill, do you want Don to get you a dish?
Hand me a plate.
Oh, yeah.
I got this on there.
You want the potato, Bill?
Yes, I'm going to have some, but I got another piece of meat here. I'm going to get this. Hand over the cooking job to you. The cooking has been shifted back to the cook.
And then there's salt and pepper over there. These are the potatoes.
Yeah, salt that puppy down good.
I'd like to make a special announcement. Bill, we'll see you at noon.
Oh, for that morning prayer?
1 minute to noon.
Which day?
I gotta admit, it really does taste like steak. It really does. Would I say this is a feast? Celebration? What would I call this?
I don't know. What are you here for?
What am I?
We do this.
I'm here to have
daily
something to eat. Oh, this is your daily
It's
life.
a reunion
This
for
is
us.
called Saturday night supper.
That was cute. I don't know. What are you here for?
You gotta
That must get serious. Are we gonna? You're gonna eat like this every night? No, every weekend.
Over the weekend.
Heard it. You want to dance?
He wants to dance.
I just wanted to say into the camera, us two good cooks. I didn't know that we was. Thank you very much for all your cooking. Everybody, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
can't thank each one of you individually. Thank you very much. Terrific evening.
See you at
What you got
2
there,
tomorrow.
This is for 14 people. Is that 14 people?
Yep.
Yeah, and then plus the 3.
Plus 3.
Uh-huh. That would be like 17?
17.
Uh-huh. Okay, that one is 7 cups of flour.
Okay.
And the baking powder, 4 tablespoons. Baking powder.
Oh, okay. Not much.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And just a little dash of
Just a little
salt.
dash.
Uh-huh.
Sound, when you go like this, you remind me of my mother. She never put it in by the spoon. She says
Yeah,
a little bit salt like
just a
this.
little.
Yeah.
And if you want to add non-fat dry milk, you can.
Okay.
But if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Okay.
So it's your choice how you're going to do it.
Okay.
But we're just going to make with water. And the warm water, it makes the dough soft. But if you use the cold water, it just makes the dough a little harder. So you